Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm your yarn host Jennifer and today we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to do a little bit of bragging in the beginning of this video, and if you're not interested in hearing that, you can fast forward until I show you some things I've made and some things I've purchased. I really would like to thank everyone first for my birthday wishes. It has been an amazing birthday and I really enjoyed this giveaway with all of you. I'm filming this before the end of the giveaway, so I haven't picked the winners yet. And in fact, I haven't even had time to dye the yarn. It is August 13th today. And the reason I have not had time to dye the yarn yet is because my husband surprised me with a trip. And I will talk all about that in just a moment. Rest assured, the yarn will get dyed. I also have some yarn that I've purchased that will go in the giveaway, so I'm not sure if everyone is going to get hand-dyed yarn, but I will try to make sure everyone gets hand-dyed yarn. I also have hit 1,000 subscribers. So once this birthday giveaway is over, I will announce a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I can't believe I'm going to be having 2 in 1 month, but I'm very happy that all of you are here. I'm very happy you all have subscribed and you're all watching my videos. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and I've also had a ton of requests for some of my recent patterns. Mostly the pink shirt that I wore in my last video. And I'm working on it. I'm not sure how to write a pattern, so I don't know how good this is going to be, but I will give you guys my notes and I will try my best to write a decent pattern that you guys can follow. The shirt was pretty easy to make. It is working in the round. If you know how to work in the round by using increases, that's how you make the neckline. And you should know how to work in the round, just keeping the stitches straight. The pattern was super easy, and I made a few notes, and I'm going to try to turn that into a pattern for you guys. Now, I'm not going to make it all sizes because I'm a big girl and it's just going to be a plus size shirt. If you want it smaller, I'm sure you guys can figure out how to make it smaller. Smaller hook, smaller yarn, less stitches to start with would be an easy way to do it. I will make a video when I finish the pattern and we'll go through all that with you guys. I'm going to keep looking up to my side because I actually made notes this time. I never ever make notes. I made notes this time because I have a lot I want to talk about. Okay, so let's talk about my birthday. My birthday was this past week. And if you guys have been paying attention, my son was born the day before my birthday. He was almost born on my birthday. So it's his birthday and my birthday back to back. But 16 years ago, I decided to get married on my birthday. So we had a 5-year birthday, a 40-year birthday, and a wedding anniversary for 16 years to celebrate in a very short time. My husband has been working for months planning this trip, and I had no clue. And what's so funny about that is he is not good at keeping secrets. He is not a good liar. He tends to go overboard when he lies, and I can always snag him because he puts too many details into his stories. Dog almost knocked over my light. So he had my daughter in on it. My daughter's 14. And apparently, from what I've learned, my daughter's a good liar because she she had me going. She did not, there was no indication that this Florida trip was coming up. She covered him and covered him and covered him. So a little backstory is I love Disney World. If you guys haven't been able to tell, there's Mickey Mouse pictures on my walls. I have more Disney clothes than I have regular clothes. I have a china cabinet full of Disney knickknacks and water globes and all kinds of stuff. I love Disney. And I dare anyone to challenge me in Disney trivia because I will beat you. I'm Disney obsessed. And this didn't start until I was adult because I never went to Disneyland or Disney World until I was an adult. My first Disney trip was, I was 30 years old, I believe. I was either 30 or 31, my first time to Disney World. So this is all the past 10 years or so. I've become obsessed. I mean, I always liked Disney as a child for a lot of reasons. I have really good memories. My uncle lived down the street from us, and he was alone his whole life. He never married. He never had children. He was kind of like, a second father to me. And he had cable and we couldn't afford cable. And so we barely had regular TV. I think we had channel 2, 4, 7, 20, 50, and 62. Those were our channels. Those are all Detroit channels, just so you know. And 20 and 50 never came in. It was always fuzzy. So anyway, I'm going to call him my Uncle Peaches because that's what I called him when I was a little girl. My Uncle Peaches would, he would stay up late on his VCR and he would record Disney shorts and Disney movies for us. And he would give us the VHS tapes for Christmas or birthdays. And that kind of started my love for Disney. And my godfather, who was very special at a very pivotal point in my life, gave me my first Disney movie, which was Mary Poppins. And I believe I was like 3 or 4. And I love Mary Poppins. I've been obsessed with Mary Poppins since. Wow, I made that a really long story. I didn't mean to, guys. This is probably going to be a long video. I hope you guys got your seatbelts on. So, anyway, my daughter has always loved watching Disney videos on YouTube. She watches Disney food blog because she's really fascinated with the culinary arts. And, you know, we're all kind of chunky in this house and we love food. So, she watches Disney food blog and other Disney. She loves to keep up on what's happening, what's new at Disney World. And so to me that was no big deal. That was nothing new. She's watching these videos and she's showed me videos on Villains After Hours party at Walt Disney World in the Magic Kingdom. And I was like, oh, that looks so neat. And I was crocheting and just listening. I wasn't really paying attention to what she was watching. But I was like, that's kind of neat. That would be neat. And then it said, oh, it ends August 8th. It was the last day of the party. I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to Florida in August. It's too hot. I cannot deal with that. I have a hard enough time. Oreo, you gotta move, baby. The kids aren't home and the dogs don't know what to do with themselves, so they're following me around, bugging me. Knocking stuff over. Scarlett, get out of that box. Hey! Bring it here. Good girl. Getting into trouble. You know the kids can't be in trouble, so the dog's gotta be in trouble. What was I saying? Okay, so anyway, the Villains After Party. So, you know, no big deal, whatever. And then a video pops up randomly for the Art of Animation Resort at Walt Disney World. I have wanted to stay at that resort since it opened because I love the theming. It like, some of the rooms are Little Mermaid, some of the rooms are Lion King. It's just there's Little Nemo theming. The pool is Little Nemo. It is an amazing resort. And I love all that cutesy, childish Disney stuff. And she looks at me really sad and she goes, Mom, I really wish we could stay at Art of Animation one day. And I said, I know, but honey, I don't think that will ever happen because my husband and I became Disney Vacation Club members this year. And we worked really, really hard to save the money. And we worked really hard to be able to become it. And we bought it resale. And we have not made our first trip to the resort we bought into yet. Disney Vacation Club is a what's the word I'm looking for? Timeshare. It's a timeshare. I know this is probably boring all you guys. It's all Disney talk, but this is my life. Anyway, I had to break it to her. I said, I don't think we'll ever stay there now because we're DVC members. We're going to be staying at the resort we bought into. And I actually almost got choked up telling her that because I realized my own dream had been, you know, kind of crushed that I'm not going to stay at that hotel either. So I'm telling you all this because my husband has told me the whole time we're going to the beach for my birthday. Well, I didn't want to go to the beach. I mean, I love the beach and we haven't been in 2 years. And I've been asking him to go to the beach for my birthday because I didn't set my hopes up too high, but I wanted to do something special for my 40th. So he tells me we're going to Myrtle Beach, which I'm not a big fan of Myrtle Beach. I wanted to go someplace closer. And he said, well, we're going to go to Myrtle Beach because there's a cool aquarium down that way. And we've already been to the Ripley's Aquarium. It is a nice aquarium. And so I was planned for the beach. I've been planning for the beach for a month now. That's what he told me we were doing. We're driving along and I'm crocheting. I have no idea where we're at. I knew we were somewhere in South Carolina, but wasn't paying attention. And he goes, oh shit! And I'm like, what? He's all, I just missed my exit. I was like, okay. My husband's dramatic. So he's all, can you grab the GPS? I said, yes. He's all, type in this address for me. Okay. And he tells me 1502 Animation Way or something. I don't remember the numbers, but I remember it was Animation Way. And I looked at him. I said, why did you have me put in the address for the Art of Animation Resort? And his whole face lit up. Like he finally was able to tell me. And he said, cuz we're not going to the beach. And I said, shut up. Just shut up. Don't tell me that. He's all, not only are we going and staying at the Art of Animation, which I was totally geeking out at this point. He goes, I got you tickets to Villains After Hours. I had never even expressed to him I wanted to go. I never expressed to my daughter I wanted to go. It was something I kept in my head, you know? And so I was like, no way. And I slapped him because I was like, I thought he was lying or fooling me or something. And I was like, there's no way. I got so excited. I was like, are you kidding? He's all, no, I'm serious. I've been planning this for a really long time. And I'm like, okay, awesome. I was so excited. We get to the resort. It was beautiful. Our room was Little Mermaid themed, and the whole room looked like you were under the sea. There was fishes on the curtains and the walls, and the mirror in the room was seashells, and it was Flounder and Sebastian was on the wall, and the Little Mermaid was on the shower curtain, and inside the shower looked like her treasure cove. Oh, it was so cool. The room was cool. And our room overlooked the Little Mermaid pool. And there's like a 4-story King Triton on the side of our room. And across the courtyard was a 4-story Ursula. And then in the courtyard by the pool was Eric's statue that comes off the boat and sinks down. Oh my God, it was so crazy. It was so cool. We had such a good time. But that's not even where it stopped. My husband made reservations at my 2 favorite Disney World restaurants. One of which is called Sanaa. Sanaa serves African style food. So all the food is based off of African spices, African ways of cooking, and the food is phenomenal. It is so good. And it's not just African, there's African and I believe Indian. It's like an African Indian fusion. So they have naan breads with all these dips and like flavorings, and my favorite thing is garlic pickle. It is so good. It is basically like garlic cloves marinated in spices and chilies. It is spicy and delicious. It is so good. I don't know what half the rest of them are, but it is so good. And then I really like the meat because a lot of African cooking is based on outdoor, almost like what we would call barbecue or smoked type food. So it's cooked over open flames. It's cooked in kilns or, you know, stuff like that. The food is phenomenal. So we went there for lunch. And at Disney World, they give you a button that says it's my birthday, and it said 40, and it said my name on it. And the waiter we've had before, because we've been to that restaurant a few times, and the waiter went and got 2 African drummers and brought them to the table. And they played these big, giant, deep bass drums and sang me happy birthday. I might put a video in here because my daughter videoed it, but I totally cried. I totally cried. My husband wanted me to cry when he told me the surprise, but I cried when the drummers were singing me happy birthday because I was like, it was just too much. I couldn't believe all of this was happening. I'm not high maintenance. I don't like to be doted on. And so like making everything about me like that was just, it was insane to me. Because I don't like a lot of attention on myself, which is strange that I have a YouTube channel. So that was amazing. And then that evening we went to the Villains after hours party, and I had so much fun. And we rode so many rides, and they have something at Disney World called Fast Passes, where it's like a front of the line ticket to get on the ride, so you're not waiting in a 4-hour line. But lines were low anyway because it was an after hours party, so it was an extra ticket cost, and there was not a lot of crowd. My husband looked up what time the fireworks were over the castle, and he made sure to time our Fast Passes to get on my favorite roller coaster, which is Thunder Mountain, at the time of the fireworks, so that we could see the fireworks from the roller coaster. Insane. He's so incredibly thoughtful sometimes. He timed it perfectly. We were getting on the train, the ride's a train. We were getting on the train roller coaster at the time the fireworks started booming outside. So when we got outside of the building, the whole time we were on the ride was fireworks right above the sky where we were at. It was amazing. And when we got on Pirates of the Caribbean, because it was a Villains after hour party, they had a live action Barbossa in Pirates of the Caribbean. They also had live pirates in the queue when you were standing in line to get on the ride. Scared the crap out of my kids. The guy was sitting really still behind a cage or a set of bars in a window, and he was sitting really still, and I knew he was live because I knew he was not supposed to be there. And we came around the corner, and both my kids jumped back because he like screamed at us. It was fantastic. And then it was amazing. And the next evening was my actual birthday, and he planned for us to eat at my second favorite, it's actually my first favorite restaurant at Walt Disney World. It is called California Grill, and it is at the top of the Contemporary Resort, and it's the closest hotel. It's one of the closest hotels to Magic Kingdom. So from the roof where you eat dinner is a perfect view of Magic Kingdom and the fireworks. He got us a reservation so that we can watch the fireworks from the rooftop while we're eating. And he told me the reason he did that is because on our wedding night, which was also the same day as my birthday, on our wedding night, we had our wedding, we got married in California. We had our wedding in a place called Poinsettia Pavilion. Well, that's where the reception was. The wedding was somewhere else. We had a reception, and the reception hall overlooked the Ventura Pier in Ventura County. And it was during the fair, and every night at 9 o'clock they had fireworks. And so on our wedding night, during the reception, we went out on the lanai and watched fireworks over the ocean. And so he wanted to also include our wedding anniversary in my birthday dinner, and so he timed it so we could watch fireworks again on our 16th wedding anniversary. Right? That's not even the best part. Okay, that was amazing. That was sweet. We had our lovely dinner, which the food there is amazing. It is an amazing restaurant. It is really expensive, so I had to watch what I ordered because it was really expensive. My husband started acting really geeky after we got done eating, and he's looking at me, he's smiling, and my kids went to the bathroom, and I was like, what are you smiling about? He's all, nothing. Yeah, you're up to something. What are you up to? Well, my kids come back, and I sit at the table, and I'm reading a book to my son, not really aware of what was going on in my surroundings. My daughter picked up her phone and recorded. My husband ordered me a cake from this restaurant. It was an amazing cake. They brought it, and it was a full-size cake. They brought it out. It was custom designed for me from the Walt Disney World chefs. Yeah, he has been saving for this trip and all these little goodies for months. I could not believe it because I kept checking our bank account. We didn't have any extra money. I was like, well, I don't even think I'm getting a gift for my birthday. I didn't expect it. He's been stocking money away. He is not good at saving money. He's not. So this whole thing was a shock to me. A complete and utter shock, because I'm the saver, I'm the cheapo, and it blew my mind that he was able to do any of this, and let alone all of it. So anyway, the cake. Let me tell you about this cake, because I'm going to try to put a picture at the end. It's only a cell phone picture, but it is like crazy amazing. The cake was Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, which is my favorite Disney movie, Lilo and Stitch. Okay, Stitch is a little blue alien. If you don't know who Stitch is, I'm sorry, but he is amazing. He is my favorite. Okay, so the cake had a little white chocolate Stitch on it that was handmade. Solid white chocolate, not like a mold or like a hollow. He was solid white chocolate with gold accents on him. The cake was blue with gold stamped Mickey Mouse heads around the outside. And the cake, because Stitch is a little bit of a troublemaker, the cake had a big claw mark out of it where a chunk of the cake was missing because Stitch ate it. I fangirled so hard when I saw the cake. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. We have video of that too, but I've not uploaded that because I like freaked out a little bit. But it was an amazing, amazing, amazing birthday. Okay, you guys, I'm done talking about myself and my birthday. I'm done talking about all that. Hey, dogs, stop. Mischievous. You're mischievous. I should have named Scarlet Stitch because she destroys everything. They're wrestling. They're going to knock something over, I'm telling you. Okay, crochet. We're going to get onto the crochet. Let's see. Yeah, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Yesterday was the first day of school, guys. High school and kindergarten. I was a mess. I was a mess. My husband took the day off because he knew I was going to need some support. I was a mess. I tried so hard not to cry. I waited till they were gone, and then I got a little bit teary, and I was like, nope, suck it up, Buttercup. So my husband decided he's going to take me out. We're going to spend the day together. It's the first time we've had an afternoon together since my son's been born. We've had 1 or 2 date nights in 5 years, but it's always like an hour, not a whole day. You know, it's like an hour, maybe 2 hours where my daughter watches him. So he's like, well, why don't we go, go to AC Moore? And I'm like, Chris, I'm on a yarn ban. I'm not supposed to buy yarn. He's all, let's just go. He is an enabler. He's all, let's just go see what they got. So on the way to AC Moore, I was like, Joann's is supposed to have a huge clearance sale. He's like, well, let's go to Joann's first. Joann's is like 20, 30 minutes away from my house. It's nowhere near here, whereas AC Moore, Hobby Lobby, and Michael's is down the road. So we drove all the way out to Joann's, and I walked in the store, and their clearance prices were ridiculous. They were higher than AC Moore's regular prices. I was so offended by their prices. I said, I'm not coming back here. And I've always had a problem with Joann's prices. I think they're outrageous. And from what I understand, their business is not doing real well right now. And they're talking about increasing them 20% or something, the prices. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. If Joann's was smart, they would follow Hobby Lobby's lead or AC Moore's lead and do like amazing sales on a cheaper yarn to get people in to want to buy stuff. That's how they're going to save their business. Not by jacking up the prices and like gouging us for yarn. Out. Anyway, my rant is done because I'm going to show you what I bought. Nothing at Joann's. I bought nothing. And I'm going to show you something I already showed you guys just because I'm going to show you the colorway. I went to AC Moore and I didn't find anything I wanted there either. I missed all their sales last week that I wanted. But if you guys remember, I made this dishcloth. Okay, this is called Jelly Dots. This is Premier Yarns cotton, Premier Home Cotton. I love this colorway so much. I bought a cone of it. And I had a 60% off coupon, so I think it was like $4 for a cone. But that's Premier Home Cotton. I don't know. I think it might be upstairs because I haven't fully unpacked yet from the trip. So I don't know where the cone is to show you, but it's a cotton cone, what else is there to show you? So anyway, while I was at AC Moore, I was like, can we just go see what Hobby Lobby has? I don't shop at Hobby Lobby very often because I never know when their 30% off sale is. And I don't really like their yarn prices either because I don't want to pay $5 for a small skein of yarn. So we went there and I was like, all right, I walked up and down the aisles a little bit. And I was like, I don't really see anything that's jumping out at me, but I was looking, you know. I was really looking to see if there was any clearance on other stuff because I knew that the clearance yarn was over in June. And my husband goes, there's a shopping cart at the end of the aisle that is filled with orange stickers. And I was like, what? He's all, yeah, there's a whole shopping cart full of clearance yarn. But there was like a paper on top of it for the worker to like either shelve it somewhere else or something. But there was a paper on top of it. Like she was waiting to put that yarn somewhere. And so my husband called down to her because she was like towards the fabric area. She was a little bit further away from us. And he was all, can we go through this cart? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. Help yourselves, you know. I almost emptied that cart. I almost emptied it. And I told my husband, I said, you probably shouldn't have brought me here. You probably shouldn't have showed me this yarn. He's all, babe, just get what you want, you know. So I'm going to show you two things that I caked up first because they were clearance, but the colors were really beautiful, but they were like yarn barf. They were like all over the place. So we're going to start with these. We got this one and this one. And this one has tons of colors through it. Like, if you look on the inside, it's actually, I think it's a self-striping yarn because there's yellow and there's like a purple. It's like, it's really pretty. And these are, they're both the same yarn. Yarn Bee Color Play, and this is the color Forest Trails. And this is the same thing. It's got self-striping in it. And I pulled out some of the center. I'm going to regret that later. Anyway, this is the same thing. It's just a different color, but I'm not going to pull out my tag right now because I don't want to destroy the center like I just did with this one. Anyway, I got those. Those were like $1.24, I believe. You guys, like, seriously. I emptied the shopping cart. Some of this is probably going to go in the giveaway for my birthday. And because I'm going to upload this after I upload the giveaway video, you guys aren't really going to know what's in the giveaway. I'm just going to send boxes out. You guys are going to be surprised. So anyway, got this Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion in blue denim. This feels like Bernat blanket yarn. It's like a denim color. $1.24. And this is going to surprise Penny from Penleanne's Creation because I don't like brown and she knows that. So I got some brown. This is Uber Luxe in the color Chocolate. And I got two of these. They're pretty though. They're pretty. I'm not a big brown person. I like bright, I like bright, vibrant colors. I don't like darks. I don't like black, which I got some, but these were $1.24. And this is really thick, chunky yarn. And these colors all kind of go together. And I will show you why, because I also got it in yellow. This is Honeycomb. And oops, I have no room on my desk. I'm trying to stack it. And then we got it in Ocean. And this is all Uber Luxe, and it's a bulky 600% acrylic. Okay, I think that's all I got of that kind. But look, okay, I love sunflowers. So I'm going to try to make something with a sunflower pattern. And I know this doesn't necessarily go with sunflowers, but that looks like the sky. And these are the petals, and this is the center, the brown and the black, or the center of the sunflower. So I might make like a giant sunflower. And I don't know if I'm going to make it into like a lap blanket, or if I'm going to make it into like a, something to hang on the wall, a tapestry, you know. I don't know. I think that's what I'm going to do with that. Anyway, and then I've got this one. This is Yarn Bee Fleece Light in black. And this kind of reminds me of a thin homespun. So you guys will probably hate it. But you know me. You know me. And another one, same thing. Actually, no. Yeah, fleece light. Different labeling, same yarn. Weird. I didn't realize those were the same. I was just grabbing stuff out of the cart. I left a few things I didn't really like. I left like 4. So, and then I got this one. I really like this one. This is fleece light, but this is at the Symphony. So it's black, but it has purples all through it, different shades of purples. Blue, I think. I think that's blue. I think that's really pretty. And then, oh, I got gray too of the chunky. This is the Uber Luxe too. That stuff is so soft. It's so soft. And then we got white. I love this chunky. This was $1.24. Most of these were $1.24. Oh, and I got purple of it, the Uber Luxe. And then white Tender Touch Snow. The yarn is shedding on itself. And then, okay, you guys, we got this one. This is Antoinette. It's like a, you know, one of them funky yarns. It's in the color Mix and Mingle. Okay, now, I'll show you those ones in a minute. But before I do that, I'm going to talk about this shirt. Because this is the same kind of yarn. I found more. Alright, this is a pattern from Crystal at Bag O' Day. This is the summertime top or something like that. And this was, yeah, fuzz on my face. Woo! This was exactly to her specs. So this is the pattern exactly as she wrote it. And it's huge. It's huge. So I don't know how this is going to fit a skinny person or smaller person than me. But it fits me pretty darn good. And I love it. Although I did change it up a little bit. I put a border and I attached it differently than she did. I actually crocheted like a circle here and attached it while I crocheted. And then I crocheted the border and attached it while I went that way. So it's double attached here and double attached here. And then I did the same thing. I crocheted the border circle this way. And then I put a white border here. And the bottom has a white border. And the bottom of the shirt, I did double crochets to give it like a thick bottom. Just so it had some more substance at the bottom. It's a beautiful pattern. It was incredibly easy. It was like a 1-row repeat. And what I like is the shells look like butterflies. Although, because you're creating 2 squares, if you do it this way, they look more like shells. See? But this way is butterflies. Beautiful. Love this pattern. Love it. And this yarn is, let me show you. Yarn Bee Dazzling. This is a different colorway. I don't remember what color this was, but I got it in the Hobby Lobby yarn haul video a while back, and it's sparkly. I know you can't even see the sparkles. You can't even see it. It doesn't do it justice. Anyway, I loved working with this, and I crocheted this on the way down to Florida because we drive everywhere. We don't fly. Driving to Florida and then driving back from Florida. So this shirt took me about 2.5 days to complete. So I really liked working with this yarn, and I wish I'd had more. So when I saw it in the shopping cart clearance dot, I grabbed all of it. I don't think all the colors are the same, but $1.50, can't beat that. And if you can see, I can see the sparkle. Sparkle, sparkle. Super sparkly. And this is acrylic yarn. 98% acrylic, 2% metallic polyester. It is a medium 4. And this is in the color, this is Yarn Bee Dazzling again. This is in the color Hint of Jasmine. See, there's purples and greens. And I got several of those. And what's crazy is the way this is wrapped, these are the same colorway. But there's different, every skein is different. Every skein is different. So they have a range of colors for this yarn. See, that's the same. And then the way it is wound, it's actually 2 colors like a marl. So it's two colors put together, which creates all the different color variations. So if you see here, there's light purple mixed with green. And then like over here is like light purple mixed with green. But it's like a slightly darker purple than over here. And then you have a darker purple mixed with green in here. See? And then a teal mixed with green. So it's like, and then there's, this one's got more yellow. So it's a self-striping yarn, as you can tell. And this is the way it works up. It's beautiful. And the colors fade into each other so well. There's not like a stark contrast when the color changes. It's really, really, really beautiful. And I really like working with it. So anyway, that was Hint of Jasmine. This one is Pool. And this one is Pool. So these are the same color. Beautiful, right? And then we got one more, and it's gold and green. And this one is called, I forgot. They had to retape it, so I gotta go digging for the color. Go digging for the color. This one is Sunburst. And I usually don't like golds, but I really, this is just so pretty. Look at that. Gorgeous. And it kind of goes with the jasmine. Like I would put that with the jasmine. I would actually probably put all of those together because you see the way that these colors change so much. So that's my Hobby Lobby haul. And all of that yarn and this really cute sign right here was $42 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 or 22 skeins of yarn and that cool sign. Hobby Lobby, 42 bucks. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That was fantastic. Let me see what other notes I got going on. Oh! And then we went to Walmart because I needed to buy school supplies. And that was one of the reasons I didn't want to go on the Myrtle Beach trip that my husband had made up, because I hadn't bought school supplies yet. I had school supplies for my son, but not my daughter, because the way high school works is they give you the school supply list after you start school. Hot mess. Hot mess. So I had to go to Walmart and get school supplies, but because school started already, they were wiped out. They had no glue sticks, no glue, no scissors. They had notebooks and binders. It was terrible. It was terrible. But while we were at Walmart, I looked at the clearance because, you know, that's how we roll. And they had fabric clearanced out. Now this is 2 yards and it is $2 for the 2 yards. And how cute is that? I'm like totally in the patriotic stuff this year. So I think I'm going to make some project bags, because my project bags have come in super handy recently with the traveling and the like moving stuff around. So I think I'm going to make some more project bags with zippers, because I'm finding I like the zippers better. I got that one. And then I got this one. They were each $2 for 2 yards. And then the bolted fabric also was $1 a yard. So I got these two. And I got 2 yards of each. So these were each $2. And these are just fireworks. And then this one says All American Girl. I just think that's really cute. So, like I said in the previous video, I'm not normally a super patriotic girl, but I really like the red, white, and blue stuff lately. And then now we're going to move into what I've been making. I'm going to dump this real quick while I'm talking. My son was watching something, or I don't know, he was playing with something. He decided he wanted to tie, I'm going to set that bag down, it's rustling a lot. He wanted to tie a towel around his neck and be a superhero. Girls! And the towel was really heavy. It was like a beach-sized towel. And so I said, baby, you want me to make you a cape? And I was going to just get some fabric and tie it for him. And he's like, yeah, Mommy, crochet me a cape. All right. He's been asking for Oh my God. Every time he sees something, Mommy, can you crochet me this? Mommy, can you crochet me that? He's been asking me for a green jellyfish for like a month. A green jellyfish. Why green? I don't know. So I probably got to get started on that. So anyway, here is his cape. I made him this cute little cape. And I put an L on it for his name. And I put a button so that it can button around his little neck. See? So he'll wear it around his neck like that. He's got a really big head, so I made sure I made it big enough. I haven't given this to him yet. I meant to give it to him for his birthday, but I forgot about it. I just found it in the closet. It's just a little cape. And it'll probably only go to his elbows because he's the size of a 9-year-old. But I think he's really going to like that. And I'm going to give that to him when he gets home from school. Kind of like a, I'm proud of you, you're doing good in school type thing. Because he did really good yesterday. As far as I know, he didn't get in any trouble. He's a little bit high energy. And he has a hard time concentrating. So I don't know if he got in trouble at school. But I didn't get any notes. So... And he came home super excited. He had a good day. He made a friend with the same name as him. And he went to recess and he ordered a cheeseburger. And he was excited about all of that. So he's gonna. I keep telling him I'm really proud of him. I'm really proud of him. So I'm gonna give him his little cape so he can be his little superhero persona. And then, guys, I finally finished the watermelon shawl. Finally finished it. And the reason it's a watermelon shawl is because of the colors and it's a half circle. This is made out of bamboo pop. I have a ton of this left over, and it is going to be part of the giveaway as well. So you guys are going to definitely be getting, somebody's going to be getting some bamboo pop. It's beautiful to work with. As you can tell, it's got amazing drape. It just was tedious to me because it's such a thin yarn. So, Brunhilde, if you'll excuse me, show you my shawl. The pink is bamboo pop. Oh, you scared me. Oh, never a dull moment. So the pink is bamboo pop, and I just worked like a half circle, and I did increases, kept on going, and then I wanted a limey green color, and this is actually Premier Everyday Baby, and I think it's the color lime, and I actually really like working with this. It's thicker than the bamboo pop, and it's softer than the bamboo pop. And I really, really like the way it worked up. It looks like it doesn't look thicker, but if you feel it, there's a definite difference in the thickness. And I just thought it looked so cool. So this is a half circle shawl. And it's big because I make everything extra big because I'm a big girl. And there's too often that I've received gifts or I've given gifts and like, oh, it doesn't fit just quite right. You know, it's a little small. So I always make everything a little bit extra big. And I know it's not going to look cute with this, but you can wear it over your shoulders like this. Okay. You can wear it like a scarf if you want. However you want to wear it. You know, and it works backwards as well. Of course, it's sticking to the acrylic, but it's just... I love the colors. I love summer, and I love watermelon. And see, it looks beautiful on this beautiful extra small size Brunhilde. So it looks good on pretty much all sizes. That took me so long to make because the stitches and the yarn was so tiny. I was just over it quick. I was over it. I had to take like a 3-week break from it because it was taking so long to make. I was like, ugh. But I think that's all I have to show you guys. I'm going to end this before it gets too long. We're at 45 minutes almost. Oh my goodness, I've talked a lot. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope I didn't ramble on too much about Disney. I will try to put some videos at the end of this or some images. I didn't take a lot of pictures because I don't like carrying around my big camera, and I don't really show a lot of my kids, so there probably won't be a lot of pictures at the end, but I'm going to post a couple when I can. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. And thanks for joining me again. Click like, subscribe, all that stuff, and stick around because there's another giveaway coming. Bye.